Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about solid wastes and disposal. Solid waste means solid or semi-solid, non-soluble materials such as agricultural refuse, demolition waste, industrial waste, mining residues, municipal garbage, and sewage sludge. Population increase, rampant urbanization, booming economy, and rise in the standard of living in developing countries have greatly accelerated the rate, amount, and quantities of the municipal solid waste generation. Every day, tons of solid waste are produced. Sources of waste can be broadly classified into 5 types: residential, commercial, industrial, institutional, hospital, and clinics. Most solid waste come from residential areas, which make up to 68% of the total. And industries are known to be the second main contributor of solid wastes. The composition and the characteristics of municipal solid wastes vary throughout the world. Even in the same country, it changes from place to place, as it depends on a number of factors, such as social customs, standard of living, geographic location, climate, and so on. Generally, municipal solid waste include organic wastes, paper, plastic, glass, metals, and other wastes. The majority of solid waste is organic waste. The harmful effects of solid waste is obvious. First of all, solid waste occupies lots of land and spoils the value of the area. Second, solid wastes are a source of toxic metals, hazardous wastes, and chemicals. When released to the environment, these chemicals may seep into the soil, pollute the surface water and groundwater. Third, when hazardous wastes like pesticides, batteries containing lead, mercury, and zinc, cleaning solvents, radioactive materials, e-waste, and plastics mixed up with paper and other non-toxic scraps are burned, they produce toxic gases. Thus induces serious air pollution. In addition, the organic wastes are biodegradable. After a few days of decomposition, unpleasant smell is produced, and it becomes a breeding ground for different types of disease-causing insects, as well as infectious organisms. On top of that, improper waste disposal can affect the health of the population living nearby the polluted area or landfills. The health of waste disposal workers and other employees involved with these landfill facilities are also at a greater risk. Exposure to wastes that handled improperly can cause skin irritations, respiratory problems, blood infections, growth problems, and even reproductive issues. Due to the above-mentioned problems, solid waste generation is an issue of concern everywhere in the world. It is considered as one of the most challenging issues faced by most developing countries that suffer from severe environmental pollution problems caused by the large quantity of solid waste generation. There are different methods of solid waste management. The commonly used methods include sanitary landfill, incineration, recovery and recycling, composting, and paralysis. Sanitary landfill is the most popular and cheapest solid waste disposal method used nowadays. Garbage is basically spread out in thin layers, compressed and covered with soil or plastic foam. Modern landfills are designed in such a way that the bottom of the landfill is covered with an impervious liner, which is usually made of several layers of thick plastic and sand. This liner protects the groundwater from being contaminated because of leaching or percolation. When the landfill is full, it is covered with layers of sand, clay, topsoil, and gravel to prevent seepage of water. Incineration involves the burning of solid wastes at high temperatures until the wastes are turned into ashes. Incinerators that recycle heat energy through furnace and boiler are called waste-to-energy plants. These waste-to-energy systems are more expensive to set up and operate compared to plain incinerators because they require special equipment and controls, highly skilled technical personnel, and auxiliary fuel systems. This method of solid waste management can be done by municipalities and even institutions. The good thing about this method is the volume of combustible waste is reduced considerably by burning waste. Recycling or recovery of resources is a process of taking useful but discarded items for the next use. Plastic bags, tins, glasses, and containers are often recycled. The process aims at reducing energy loss, consumption of new materials, and reduction of landfills. The most developed countries follow a strong tradition of recycling to lower volumes of waste. Composting is another method used for waste disposal. Due to a lack of adequate space for landfills, biodegradable yard waste is allowed to decompose in a medium designed for the purpose. Only biodegradable waste materials are used in composting. It is a biological process in which microorganisms, specifically fungi and bacteria, convert biodegradable organic waste into substances like humus. This finished product, which looks like soil, is high in carbon and nitrogen. It is an excellent medium for growing plants and can be used for agricultural purposes. Paralysis is a method of solid waste management whereby solid wastes are chemically decomposed by heat without the presence of oxygen. It usually occurs under pressure and at temperatures of up to 430 degrees Celsius. The solid wastes are changed into gases, solid residue of carbon and ash, and small quantities of liquid. Overall, solid waste is one of the important challenges to the environment. It represents a real threat to human health. It is urgent to dispose of solid waste comprehensively and non-hazardously. Thanks for your attention.